We heard from councillors, even the mayor, acknowledging that this is going to be a debate. There are a number of opinions. We know this is something city staff have been working at for the last couple of months. Part of that included public consultations and trying to strike this balance between acknowledging there are people within these vulnerable institutions, like, places of worship, schools and daycares, who have shared concerns about demonstrations being very close, and also acknowledging charter rights and democracy, and people have the right and the freedom to demonstrate and to protest. So staff coming forward with this recommendation as part of this, it's considered a bubble zone bylaw. It would essentially mean that there would be a limit to how close demonstrations could get to these institutions. It would be about 20 meters, but it's not a blanket approach here. City staff recommending that these locations, these institutions would have to apply for it, and also would have to demonstrate that they've been targeted in the past. We're already hearing from some councillors on what they think of this city staff recommendation, including from councillors Pasternak. Councillor Brad Bradford talked yesterday about this too. Many of them saying it doesn't seem to go far enough. I'll let you hear from Councillor Bradford, who we talked to about it.
What we have seen here in Toronto over the past 19 months has been an attack on people who come from a faith-based background, who are trying to practice their faith, their worship, engage in their community, and they have been systematically targeted, harassed, assaulted, and abused. If we accept that our job as local government is to ensure the safety of our residents, then we need to take action to stand up and protect those who are vulnerable. And that is what the bubble zone bylaw is all about.
Now, there already have been some petitions, some very concerned people who say that they don't feel this bylaw is appropriate. They feel it would infringe on charter rights. For example, the Canadian Civil Liberties Association weighing in. They've actually weighed in a couple of times over this proposed bylaw, but they say it's going to pose a risk to peaceful expression and assembly. They also note that police have the authority to get involved if they witness what they would consider to be a hate crime. They have the authority to lay charges. They also have the ability to ensure that someone has access to their property. So feeling that this is more something that the police would be responsible for, as opposed to bylaw and bylaw officers becoming involved. We have heard from a number of councillors even saying, Nick, just yesterday, that they weren't even sure, or at least not sharing how they're planning to vote today on this proposed bylaw, because they expect there to be some amendments, some other, recommendations coming forward from staff on this. So I think it is going to be a pretty heated debate, at least that's my sense going into this one today, and we'll have to wait and see what they decide on.